Somewhere in one of the countless realities within the Marvel multiverse, Uatu, the Watcher, speaks. To all things must come an ending, but such cessations may be quiet and peaceful, while others are filled with naught but pain and terror. There's a visceral scream coming from the Baxter Building, home of the Fantastic Four. Inside, Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, cradles the dying Reed Richards in her arms. There's nothing else she can do, as Mr. Fantastic's distended body melts away in front of her. She tells him that everything's gone. Even Ben Grimm, the Thing, has been reduced to rocks and dust. You have to get to safety. You have to warn. He's stolen. But Reed's too weak to carry on. With his dying breath, he can only tell his wife that he's safely tucked away their kids, Franklin and Valeria, in another dimension. They'll never see each other again, but at least they'll be safe from whatever is doing this to their team. Sue weeps as she sees Reed pass away before her eyes. Suddenly, she hears a noise from somewhere inside Reed's lab. Johnny? Sue turns invisible and makes her way through the rubble until she reaches the source of the noise. There, she sees a bloodied Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, desperately crawling away from an unseen foe. Oh no! Johnny! And out of nowhere, Deadpool pounces on the gravely injured Johnny and proceeds to chop his head off. His splattered blood lands on Sue, and the merc with a mouth notices this. Well, peekaboo, red's definitely not your color. Deadpool approaches Sue, ready to finish the job, but he feels his head throb before he can finish speaking. All of a sudden, his head expands from a wave of psionic energy. Deadpool, I don't know why you've attacked my family. It doesn't matter, because either way, you won't be hurting anyone else ever. The Invisible Woman makes Deadpool's head burst like a bubble, and after that, she can only look on in grief at everything that's happened before she walks away. But the moment she turns her back, Deadpool comes back to life and stabs her from behind. After all these years of superheroing around the world, you should know better, really. You never, ever turn your back on a dead enemy, especially not one with a healing factor. With the Fantastic Four gone, the Watcher tells the story about how this all came to be. Some time ago, inside Ravenscroft Asylum, a facility for the criminally insane, the X-Men have just delivered Deadpool to Dr. Brighton. They aim to give the merc with a mouth treatment for his insanity, in spite of Wolverine's reservations about the whole deal. I've got a bad feeling about this, Chuck. I don't like it. Wade may be a loose cannon, but turning him over to these quacks ain't the right move. I'm afraid this is no longer open to discussion, Logan. Wade needs help that we cannot provide. Shortly after, Dr. Brighton invites Deadpool to a counseling session. There, the psychiatrist reveals his true identity. He's actually the villain Psycho Man, and he plans on turning Wade into his personal mindless assassin. All the while, Deadpool listens to the voices in his head as he quips his way with the dastardly doctor. He tortures Wade until the expert assassin can't take it anymore. Get out! Wade recovers after Psycho Man tells him that the treatment is finished, but the merc with a mouth has other ideas. Done? Doc, you might want to get a second opinion. I'm just getting started. Wade strangles the doctor, and it's revealed that he's just been a robot all along. The back of his head opens and Wade sees Psycho Man in his cockpit, the one who's been in control of Dr. Brighton all along. Deadpool takes Psycho Man and grabs one of the forms from Brighton's desk before literally using Psycho Man as a stamp and killing the little villain. Then, Wade notices that there's a new voice in his head. Good. Who? You know who I am. You've been waiting for me. You've killed one of them. Finish the job. With Deadpool free, he puts his costume back on and walks along the asylum's corridors. The other inmates plead with him to set them free. Instead, Deadpool pours gasoline all over the place and sets the entire place on fire. Not to be rude, but where are the other guys? The other voices? Don't worry about them. You don't need them anymore. Back in the present, the Watcher narrates everything that has gone down until now, but he's attacked before he can finish his story. It turns out Wade has stolen a cosmic taser from the Baxter Building, and he's using it on the Watcher. Wade asks who the Watcher's talking to, and he points at the readers. After that, Deadpool slices his head off and declares that he's going to kill everyone. In the days that followed, the merc with a mouth went on a killing spree. He lopped off Ghost Rider's flaming head, hung Dr. Doom's body on power lines, roasted Howard the Duck, and after a long battle, managed to shoot Spider-Man dead. That was fun. Amazing even. Who's next? It doesn't matter. They all have to die. Back in Avengers Tower, the remaining Avengers have a meeting to discuss the Deadpool situation when Jarvis rushes into the room and tells him that Dr. Pym, Ant-Man, has gone missing. Wolverine senses something just as Jarvis tells them that aside from the missing doctor, all the Pym particles in his lab have been stolen. Oh, I know who Deadpool's next targets are. And just like that, quantum energy from the Pym particles expand in front of the Avengers, revealing that Deadpool has set up a trove of explosives on the table. The bombs explode and kill each and everyone in the room. In the aftermath, Deadpool prances amidst the wreckage of the Avengers Tower. Luke Cage, Power Man, crawls out of the rubble, the only survivor, thanks to his unbreakable skin. Wade sees the man and detonates the Pym particle shrunken bombs that he snuck away inside Luke's body when he mixed them with his coffee. Then, Thor, the other remaining survivor of the explosion, appears behind Wade and throws Mjolnir at him. Deadpool dodges the hammer and uses his last stash of Pym particles to enlarge it and crush Thor as it flies towards the God of Thunder. What can I say? Have at thee. Boop. Sometime later, Deadpool pays the Hulk a visit. He knows he can't beat the big green rage machine in a fair fight, so Wade waits until Hulk turns into Banner before killing the physicist. Somewhere else, the relatives, partners, and wives of all the superheroes Wade has killed gather. They've pooled their resources and hired someone to avenge the deaths of their loved ones, and it's none other than the Taskmaster. The hired assassin begins tracking Deadpool. In the meantime, Wade sets his sights on the X-Men, and he successfully kills Professor X and everyone on the team. He even saved Wolverine for last, who managed to survive the Avengers Tower bombing and cut off his head to ultimately kill the clawed mutant. Taskmaster's search leads him to the Sanctum Sanctorum, where he finds the dead bodies of Doctor Strange and Chang. And when he sees where Wade is headed next, he comes to a pause. Oh no, this can't be good. All the while, Wade's recent string of superhero murders has caused a war between the remaining heroes and villains of this version of the Marvel Universe. Some of them, realizing that there's no escape from Deadpool, enter a suicide pact and start jumping off buildings. And as this is happening, Frank Castle, the Punisher, snipes Deadpool from a nearby building. When he goes to check the body though, he realizes the merc with a mouth had used a decoy before Deadpool shoots him from behind. After that, Deadpool even kills Galactus and the Silver Surfer. Eventually, Taskmaster locates Deadpool in a swamp in New Orleans. They fight a bit, but Deadpool gets the better of the assassin by using Man-Thing, the guardian of the Nexus of Realities, to kill Taskmaster. Wade then proceeds to take down Man-Thing and use his powers to enter the Nexus. Inside, Deadpool finds the source of all of Marvel's multiverses and enters it. And, in true fourth wall-breaking fashion, he finds himself inside Marvel's offices, where he sees Cullen Bunn, Dalibor Talajic, Lee Lowridge, and Joe Sabino, the creative team of this series. And just as he prepares to kill these guys, Deadpool turns to us, the readers, and says, "Hey, I see you out there, watching. Don't worry, I'll be done with these jokers, and this universe before you know it. I'll find you soon enough." What do you think about Deadpool killing the Marvel Universe? Got other stories you want to see us make a video of? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to see more amazing superhero content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications. See you next time, only here at KRTV Marvel.